plaintiff, Selena Dunn, says while married to the defendant, he cheated and had a pregnancy scare with his co-worker. And after that, everything went downhill. Selena claims the two of them eventually divorced, and she's suing him today for stolen money. Defendant Corey Dunn admits that he was unfaithful, but insists he caught Selena sending illicit pictures to several of his football teammates. Corey denies owing Selena for anything.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Let's start with you.
I met Corey in 2016. We had started a relationship. In the beginning of the relationship, it was pretty rocky. There was a lot of cheating and just not very faithful to me. In 2018.
How many times did you catch him cheating? Before you married him, how many times?
I'd say at least 4 to 5.
Over the course of how long?
It was before we married, about 2 years.
2 years, 4 or 5 times. You thought it was still a good idea to marry him? You still thought he was ready to settle down?
I was pretty young and dumb.
Got it. All right. Understood. Go ahead. And so how did that go?
So in 2018, he actually allegedly got someone pregnant, a coworker that he was working with. And that basically was the end of the relationship. Everything went downhill from then. We had a 10-month-old son. At the time, I was staying at home, and he was going to work and messing around with the girl, staying in hotels with her. So
how did you find all that out? You snooping behind him?
No.
How?
Her boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, and he had. Yeah.
Oh,
he
okay.
He had messaged me and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I just found out my girlfriend's messing around with your boyfriend," which he didn't know we were married at the time. But so then he gives me the girl's address. I go to the house. Corey's actually there, and the vehicle that we had under both of our names was in the driveway. And she opened the door. He was laying on the couch.
What did he say?
So
they were reading the Bible?
He looked at me and laughed.
Playing cards? He laughed in your face?
Yeah. Like it was a joke. He was wearing her boyfriend's beanie hat. So it was
I thought you were going to say he was wearing her clothes. That was a freak scene there. Yeah.
No.
So what happened then? How did you respond to that? You just walked out?
Yeah. Then I knew it was time to go. The relationship wasn't going to get any better. So in the beginning of 2019, I'd started filing for a divorce, and he pretty much was at the stage where he didn't want a divorce, but he didn't want to be faithful to me as well. And he just kept not showing up to court. So finally I lost hope, and I kind of gave up on the divorce thing. We still stayed married, but we were split up. And then sometime in 2020.
Well, let me say this. Just because a husband doesn't show up to court when it's time for the divorce doesn't mean you have to stay. You apply for a default, and you automatically get a divorce by default. Right. So that's what should have happened. Let me hear from you, sir.
I personally thought that the beginning of a relationship was pretty well. After a few months of being together, she wound up pregnant with our son Carter. Well, things went okay during the pregnancy until her late stages of the pregnancy, where I did do something where I was unfaithful to her, and I've admitted my wrongs to that. I feel like.
She said 4 or 5 times. You're trying to diminish it. I was unfaithful once, and no. She says 4 or 5 times.
I disagree with that. I'd say it's more like 2 or 3 times, but it was a 2 year. It was a 2 year a 2 year go around. But the unfaithfulness wasn't just me partaking in it neither. I played semi-pro football for 6 years in Evansville, Indiana, and I caught her talking to some of my teammates behind my back, ones that were being supposedly good friends.
What were they talking about?
Pictures were sent. It was not PG-13.
Okay, and all right, so you interpreted those pictures as something that is illicit that she sent
Yes,
your
sir.
friends.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you to address that, ma'am. You over here acting like he's the biggest cheater in the world. You tell me about that.
That incident did not happen while we were together. That was while we were split up.
All right.
I go to the house. Corey's actually there, and she opened the door. He was laying on the couch.
What'd he say?
So-
They were reading the Bible?
He just looked. He looked at me and laughed.
Playing cards? He laughed in your face?
Yeah, he was wearing her boyfriend's beanie hat, so it was.
Oh, I
all
thought
fun
you
and
were going to
games
say
for
he
him.
was wearing her clothes. I said,
Yeah, that's what I-
that was a freak scene there.
Plaintiff Selena Dunn was married to the defendant, but she claims since their divorce, he's been harassing her and stalking her.
Go ahead.
So in the time that she was pregnant, it was her later stages. I did, like I said, perform an act that wasn't so very faithful with a coworker of mine.
Performing. Sounds
What
like
kind of act, sir? What kind of act? What
it-
type? You perform
we had
what
sex.
type of act?
We had sex. After that was all said and done, I parted ways with the girl. Selena and I did end up getting back together at some point after the fact, and there was an alleged case of that baby being mine, but it turned out the baby wasn't mine. DNA test proved that. So after all that came about, we finally parted ways for good, and we decided that it was best to end our marriage and be co-parents rather than companions. I believe, which was in the best interest. However, we did continue to have sexual intercourse together.
She said you weren't showing up at the divorce hearings, though. You said you agreed to.
I did not show up at the divorce hearings because she said that she wasn't going to proceed with the divorce.
Okay. All right. And she says that's not the case. All right. So where are we at now? What happened with the money? And you all obviously did finally get the divorce, right?
Yes,
What is the month and year of the divorce?
I believe January of 2020.
Okay. All right. And now tell me about the money you're suing him for.
It was the third stimulus checks that came out from us filing together our taxes in 2019. The stimulus checks went into our H&R Block account, and previously I had the card, and for the third one he had switched it before the actual check came onto the card behind my back without telling me that he had switched the card, and he kept the card and the money, all of the money, mine and my son's,
When did it arrive?
in March of 2021.
And what have you all discussed? What has he said about that?
He's made up every excuse not to give it to me, lied and said that the reason he won't give it to me is because I took a car from him that was it was my vehicle. It was in my name.
When did you take the car from him? When does he allege you took the car?
It was,
Were you married?
no.
Okay. So what do you want to say to that?
So the car was purchased in December, that prior December. In February of 2021, I was meeting up with Selena. The car was in her name. She did that to help me out because my driver's license was suspended and I couldn't register a vehicle in my name at that time. So in February of 2021, we were meeting at a gas station to do a child exchange. And she comes up to me, and I just got back from the gym, and I had a towel around my neck and shoulders right here. And she goes, "If you have a hickey on your neck, I'm gonna beat your blank." And I was like, "Okay." And she rips my towel off my neck. Didn't see nothing. She got mad for whatever reason, and she starts following me. And I pull into this Burger King parking lot that had been abandoned. I look at her and I said, "What are you doing?" And she's like, I'm getting my car back. I was like, Selena, this is my car. You know it's my car. And well, she wound up, cops got called, and we had like a 2-hour standoff out there with the police trying to figure out whose car it belonged to. The reason she got it is because it was in her name. And after that, we weren't doing so good in April, and she broke I had an Apple Watch, a Series 5 Apple Watch, and I paid $575 for it, and she broke it. So out of that, the stimulus money was deposited into the account that we shared together at the time, because we did file our 2019 tax forms together. So I deducted the losses that I took from the car and the Apple Watch, and I ended up giving her a $250 money order. She's a great mother. I don't want to try to take nothing from her. I will never say that she's a bad mother. She's an amazing mother. I couldn't have picked a better person to have a kid with. I was unfaithful to her, and I've admitted my wrongs to that, I feel like.
She said 4 or 5 times. You're trying to diminish it. I was unfaithful once, and no, she said 4 or 5 times.
I disagree with that. I'd say it's more like 2 or 3 times, but it was a 2-year go around.
Plaintiff Selena Dunn was married to the defendant, but she claims since their divorce, he's been harassing her and stalking her.
You took the $2,800, all of it, or you deducted monies without an agreement to do that. You just can't take it upon yourself and say, she broke my watch, so I'm going to take it out of the money I owe her. If she had agreed to that, it would be fine. But if she doesn't agree to that, then you have to sue her for that. Do you agree to let him deduct the watch and the card?
No, because he's lying. That vehicle was mine. The car was basically a junk vehicle. I literally bought it and let him drive it just so he would have a way back and forth to work.
Why'd you take it back?
Because for one, he was using it to stalk me, constantly driving by my house, constantly coming by, calling me, where are you at? Who are you with? Who's this vehicle out there? Just stalking me with the car. So finally, I took it back.
He hasn't stalked you since?
Oh no, he stalked me since.
So that didn't work.
He didn't have.
You can walk. To stalk a person, you can just walk up and down the block. He could take the bus to the major intersection, walk a few blocks, and if he's stalking, he'll walk miles. But it's usually a quarter mile to a half a mile from the bus stop. And he can just walk back and forth up and down the block. You didn't think of that? Before you took the car, you didn't say, well, this might not work because this fool might walk up and down the block. Didn't work. So I'm going to give you your money, though, because his only defense is that you took the car back, and also he wants to deduct the money for the watch he alleges you damaged. So judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I just hope we can move on from all this, and hopefully he can start to co-parent with me a little bit better.
I have nothing to say.
Out today, perform stereotypes, and they say, whatever else he might have said.
It's time for today's Judge Mathis Throwback.
And stay tuned for the special return of one of the litigants from today's throwback case.
Plaintiff Shannon Nixon dated the defendant, and she claims the defendant's cousin, who is the co-defendant, is nothing but a drunk. Shannon claims one day the two defendants were physically fighting by her car, and the co-defendant tried to hit her ex-boyfriend with a bat. But instead, he hit Shannon's vehicle, so she's suing. Defendants Gerard Warren and Shannon's ex-boyfriend Tracy Dodson say the only reason they're in court today is because Gerard refuses to have sex with Shannon. Gerard admits to damaging Shannon's car, but insists she never showed him an estimate for the damages. And then she started harassing him, so he's countersuing.
Start with you.
I met Gerard in May of '09 because I used to go with the co-defendant, Tracy Dodson, and that's his cousin. I'm real close to the family. I don't deal with Gerard too much because he a drunk and he be tripping.
Which one is Gerard again?
In the Burgundy. And this is Tracy's daughter, my witness, Jasmine.
Okay.
Anyways, to make a long story short, I went to the projects. I never go into projects because they be tripping in the projects. So I went into projects.
Where? What city you all from?
Youngstown, Ohio. The Victory Projects.
Okay. You ever heard of Earl Lee? You ever heard of Lee's? Then Lee's Upholstery or Earl Lee Upholstery? Huh?
No.
Well, you better find out about them. Go ahead.
Anyway, I go into projects to get my hair done by his daughter. And I went there in the daytime thinking it was cool. So I go in the afternoon. We in there getting my hair done. I hear all this noise outside and go outside. Them two jerks over there fighting. He had a metal bat trying to hit Tracy with it, bust the window in my car. And then I come outside and confronted him about it. He gonna start talking smack to me, telling me Tracy stole some rims and all of this stuff. And
that wouldn't have happened had you not gone down there, right?
Right.
But the point is, I had to get my hair done.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. And it's a free country. I can go wherever I want to.
You the one said you didn't go down there.
But I'm saying.
You said you don't go down there usually because it's too much crime.
Yes.
Yet you went down there anyway, and the first thing that happened is you're a victim of crime.
Look, I figure if I win the daytime, nothing will happen. It's in the afternoon. Come on.
More Judge Mathis Throwback when we return.
Everywhere that I went, she was there. I mean, she was like sitting down the street. Time I leave, she's right behind me. She hollering and shouting out the one on with girls, and she's shouting, "When are you gonna give me my money?
He's trying to be a Mac daddy.
I'm like, no, the only place that she didn't follow me was the church. She never come to church. That was the safest place for me, was at church.
So you had to run to the church to hide.
She showed everywhere else, she showed up.
For more Judge Mathis, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
And now, more Judge Mathis Throwback.
He gonna start talking smack to me, telling me Tracy stole some rims and all of this stuff. And
that wouldn't have happened had you not gone down there, right?
Right.
But the point is, I had to get my hair done.
You said you don't go down there usually because it's too much crime.
Yes.
Yet you went down there anyway, and the first thing that happened is you're a victim of crime.
Defendants Gerard Warren and his cousin Tracy Dodson say despite the fact that Tracy dated the plaintiff, they suspect she wanted to have sex with Gerard.
Go ahead.
Anyway, he's sitting up there thinking that Tracy stole rims from him, of which he didn't. He was drunk and misplaced them. Come to find out.
Misplaced some rims?
Yes, he did. Yes.
That
His
were
little
on
drunk
the car?
No. Let me tell you, he moved the rims in a garage drunk. It was dark and forgot he put them under a tarp and accused Tracy of stealing them. So he gonna start fighting with him, and when he sobered up, he found them. So as a result, my car is damaged. He beat my car with a bat. Then when I told him I was calling the police, he peeled off. He knocked the bumper off my car. Here go the pictures. He knocked the bumper off my car. And it's like this. I'm a diva. I'm Big Mama. I'm not riding around in no hoopty with a bungee cord holding my bumper up while he drinking, doing what he do.
That's right.
He owed me the money. He admitted he did it, and he need to pay for it. Period.
What's Big Mama gonna do what she do?
Exactly. Well, no, I'm not violent.
Oh, you're not violent?
No, I just got mouth. But look, I see him going to the weave
Big
store.
Mama the diva.
Yes.
All right.
I see him going to the weave store buying girls weave. I seen him. We got into an argument. I said, if you can go buy some hair weave, you can give me some money for my car. I see him in a drive-thru buying beer and wine. We got into it. You buying beer and wine, where the money at for my car? Break me off, son. Then I seen him cutting a yard. He charged $40 to do a yard. You couldn't do nothing. He gonna say, tell me he gonna fix the car, all this garbage. And when the first come, when he get his money, he just act like he ain't doing nothing. I waited for a while to do anything because I'm close to the family.
Now you're suing him. Let me hear from him.
Exactly.
First of all, Your Honor, as you can see, she's very loud, obnoxious. And then, too,
You're not loud and obnoxious to me.
$5,000 worth of
She's
damage.
emphatic about her case and about her car.
The reason we're here is not about the car. That's because she wants me.
Well, honey, you can't handle Big Mama. Honey, you can't handle Big Mama, honey, for real. Your cousin couldn't. You couldn't.
Think about
ever.
it. I can't do
you
that
ain't
because
nothing.
of my cousin. She's going to I'm not going to cross the line like that.
What that got to do with my car?
And then also,
nobody wants you. Want what? I'm a welder and I got a good job, honey. What do I want a first of the month man for?
Meaning he gets his checks from either Social Security or unemployment
I don't know where
or
he
the
get it.
welfare. Okay. I just want people to understand what you're referring to.
But anyways, I was in the projects. I was intoxicated, and I ran into Tracy. I was like, Tracy, have you seen my wheels? I heard that you got them solo. So me and him got it back and forth. So I seen the bat. I picked it back up, the bat, and as I approached him and I swung, he ducked and I hit the window. She comes out the apartment. She's shouting and carrying on, shouting. And she said, I'm fixing to call the police. I jumps in the car, backs up and hit her car, and I takes her out. I calls her later so we can try to sell this thing. Then after that, every time I went somewhere, she was there.
She ain't paid me no money, so what?
Paying her to see about getting coffee.
3
I told her to
months
get an
later,
estimate.
I still ain't got paid, so what you try to sell? I got an estimate.
Let's see estimate.
Now,
she did give you one?
I got an estimate.
She called me on the phone.
Why didn't you give him an estimate?
I ain't seen him to give him nothing. I took it and left it at his aunt's house, so he lied.
that true?
She saw me enough to follow me and aggravate me all the time.
No one told you that she had left an estimate for you.
No, sir.
He lying.
Your partner want to say anything, or the co-defendant, because you have him as a co-defendant, but the other gentleman is the only one.
My
that
witness might want to say
something.
something.
Come on up, man. State your name.
Jasmine Dotson.
All right.
Your Honor, I laid the estimate on Gerard on his dresser so he could see it. If he got it or not, I don't know.
You live in the same household?
Yes.
That's her daddy over there.
That's my father, Tracy.
Sir?
I did not see it when I came home. I'm
you
hardly
all live
home.
in the same household?
Me and Gerard.
But I'm hardly ever home.
She says she left it on your dresser.
Right.
You all live in the same household.
But that's not like putting it in my hand.
Good enough. Your counterclaim is for $2,000 for harassment. How does she harass you?
Everywhere that I went, Your Honor, she was there. I mean, she was like sitting down the street. Time I leave, she's right behind me. She hollering and shouting out the window with girls, and she's shouting, when are you going to give me my money? When are you going to fix my car?
Mac daddy.
I'm like, no, the only place that she didn't follow me was the church. She ain't never come to church. That was the safest place for me, was at church.
So you had to run to the church to hide
She showed
from her.
everywhere else, she showed up.
And I still ain't got my money, so it ain't work. I only approached him 3 times.
If I'm in the club, she shows up at the club.
I don't go to clubs.
No, but you be outside.
So what? You lying? You lying?
You
You
don't
lying?
go, but she
She be outside waiting on me.
Waiting on
Waiting
you.
He
on me.
lied. Honey, you was
Wait,
not
no.
that important. My chips is for my vehicle.
He said you were waiting on him. You want him too. Don't forget that
Whatever.
part.
And that's caused the beef between me and him, too.
You is so full of crap.
Don't go away. One of the litigants is back in court today.
You don't talk to a judge the way you're talking.
I'm sorry, Judge Mathis.
Hey,
you are
and
such
then
an
what was the other
inspiration.
one? Look here.
I'm sorry. You are such an inspiration to my
Go
father.
to court next time with him so you won't come back here with
I
that.
apologize, Judge, because you are an inspiration.
Yeah, you was smiling at me when I came in. I said, oh, I got a nice lady here.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Judge Mathis provided by
Court is back in session at Judge Mathis. If you have a case you want heard or a dispute you need settled, call us at 1-888-VERDICT.
And now, more Judge Mathis throwback. Defendants Gerard Warren and his cousin Tracy Dodson say despite the fact that Tracy dated the plaintiff, they suspect she wanted to have sex with Gerard.
Sir, you want to testify?
I mean,
You all currently together?
nah.
Okay, but when you
I'm
were
smarter than
together,
that. Huh?
when you were together, you had the impression that your woman, her, wanted him?
I mean,
You better not lie on me.
I mean, every joke she tell is adulterated. When she tickle him, she's not tickling him up on his arm. She's tickling him on his.
Tickling him?
He's lying.
She likes to play the punching game every time she come over.
touching on him, but bottom
How you
line.
gonna sit up there and lie?
She want to be bothered is what I'm getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She, you know what I mean?
your woman tickling somebody and touching on
lying.
Yeah, I promise you.
I swear they're lying.
Were you tickling on him or not?
Yes.
No, I don't do first of the month men.
Then she calls me on the telephone all the time.
You
She
are
wanna
talking
talk.
about money, right?
Yes. They are lying. What I want a man who sit around all month waiting on a check.
And take up collections for beer throughout the month.
Okay.
Every day.
I mean, come
Your
on.
Honor.
Come on.
They trying to roast.
Come on.
That's a lot.
Man, every time you see
No, sir,
somebody,
that's a
you
lot.
sit on
I'm
them
constantly-
asking for
I'm
a
constantly
beer.
working on cars all the time.
But why you ain't
I be
fix my
working
car? And he know how to do body
On
work.
credit.
That is right, too.
Fix cars on credit.
For beer.
You get scars for beer.
No, sir, I do not. That's just a lie.
You is
No,
so
it's not.
funny.
I
I
cut
sat there and
grass,
watched you
Your
change
Honor.
somebody.
My
grass.
male friend
Quiet. He
come
said he
around.
makes a real living. He cuts grass.
And
Okay,
I
that's
always doing something to keep money. I don't
Okay.
know where she get that from, but there it is.
all right.
No.
Well, sir, her asking for her money is not harassment. That's called collections, right? And she's provided me with the estimate. You admit to damaging her car. I'm going to grant her $5,000. Good luck to you. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
How you gonna play me and say I want you? And you know we don't even roll like that for real. You damaged my car, you chose not to fix it, so we did what we had to do. Don't be trying to put me on blast like that, lying.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. You kept harassing me and harassing me. That's why I decided that I shouldn't pay. I think that he should pay half of it because he's the cause of your car getting hit. If he hadn't rent by it, I wouldn't hit it.
Then you need to sue him.
And now a special throwback update as the plaintiff is back in Judge Mathis's courtroom.
Plaintiff Shannon Nixon says the defendant is her son, but he's nothing but a mama's boy who needs to be cut loose. Shannon claims the defendant was arrested after his ex falsely accused him of assault, and Shannon bailed him out, but she's suing because she has yet to be repaid. Defendant Juwan Hawkins loves his mom, but says she can be extremely controlling. Juwan claims his ex is now in jail for falsely accusing him of domestic violence, and that's why the charges against him were ultimately dropped.
Let's start with you.
Okay. Well, I got mama's boys. He is a mama's boy. I'm trying to get the umbilical cord cut. He just ain't listening.
Oh.
His baby mom put him in jail falsely because he left her for a Vegas showgirl. She said that he
Vegas
said
showgirl, describe what they do.
she be dancing in them clubs, shaking her thing.
With
In them- in
She's an
Vegas.
entertainer.
with furs
Yeah,
on? or
yeah, she's an entertainer.
Fully dressed with furs.
With a little sexy stuff on.
Not a stripper.
No, she's a Vegas showgirl in Vegas.
Vegas, you still have showgirl shows,
Oh yeah,
showcases,
a lot.
like they used to back in the day, where they all hold hands and kick up their legs.
Oh nah.
They're like the Rockettes, aren't those showgirls?
I think it's a little bit different than that now. Like, yeah.
All right.
Anyways, so when he first met her, his baby mom and him was already having problems, so he broke up with her and left her. She falsely accused him of beating her up, and they put his butt in jail. And they arrested him for domestic violence, and they gave him a bond. So another girl he was messing with came to me and asked me and said that he wanted her to come borrow the money from me to get him out. So I was hesitant. He talked to me on the phone. I had to pay $1,200 to get him out first. So they went down there. He signed, she signed. They wouldn't let him out unless I signed.
Why were you hesitant?
Because, number one, he shouldn't have been messing with the crazy baby mama
Has he
anyway,
been in
going
jail
back
before?
and forth. No, he don't really get in trouble,
He
no.
doesn't get in trouble.
So
he can't make one mistake?
No, because
Why?
listen, I'm not saying he
You
can't.
don't listen. Who you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. But what I'm saying
You
is...
talking to him?
Yeah,
you
right.
should have been
Sorry.
saying that to him. Then he wouldn't have
but
been
he
in
don't
jail.
listen, that's the
You
problem.
saying, go ahead, baby. All right, you know you mama's boy. And then you're going to come in here talking about, listen.
I'm sorry, but he didn't listen. But look, I kept telling him back and forth, stop playing with this girl. You can't play on these girls' emotions. A scorned woman is bad. She was scorned. So she made up this fake case, had him arrested, and I said, I told you so.
How do you know it was fake?
It was fake. She's in jail for it right now for a fake case, for a fake charge.
Filing a false
Yeah, she's in jail right now.
She's in jail right now for it. So anyway, I lumped him the money. He agreed to pay the balance.
You keep saying all the wrong things. You must didn't go to court with him.
No.
Okay, I wish you had him. Then you'd have known. You don't talk to a judge the way you're talking.
I'm sorry, Judge Mathis. You are such an inspiration.
Look here.
I'm sorry. You are such an inspiration to my five sons.
Go to court next time with him so you won't come back here with that.
I apologize, Judge, because you are an inspiration.
Yeah, you were smiling at me when I came in. I said, oh, I got a nice lady here.
Don't go away. There's more Judge Mathis after this.
Defendant Jawan Hawkins is being sued by his mother, who claims Jawan's ex had him falsely arrested for assault after he left her for a Vegas showgirl.
Go ahead.
I got 5 sons, 34 to 22, and don't I speak highly of him?
Yeah.
How you are inspirational to all young black men.
That is a remarkable number
and they
of
all
boys
went
to
college.
raise.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's a remarkable number of boys to raise. How are they?
They all went to college. My daughter's in the police academy.
Beautiful.
She's 21. I got 5 boys in her.
Beautiful.
All higher education.
Excellent.
And you are an inspiration.
Excellent.
You and Obama.
I inspired them a little. Okay.
Yes. You were such an inspiration to my sons through all the years. And I was on your show before. And anyways, Your Honor, he agreed to make payments to the bond people.
How much?
I paid $1,200. The whole bond was $30,000. We had to pay $3,000, 10%. So he agreed to pay the rest of it. So as soon as he got hooked up with the girl, it went out the window. He never paid anything at all. So they sent it to a collections agency telling me they're coming after me for the money.
So let me hear from you about this, young man.
I love my mom, first of all. I'm going to say that off top. I appreciate her. She was like my mom and my dad, you know. She was, I just feel like, you know, she's real passionate about us. It's like certain situations, I feel like she's a little bit too controlling. Like I sent you over my girl's house to pick up some money. She go there and they're having a party and she couldn't find the money where I told her it was. So she kicked everybody out of
house?
My ex-girlfriend.
It was her house.
Yeah, and she went in her house.
You went over to her girlfriend's house and kicked everybody out of her own house?
Mind you, it wasn't even her house.
Yeah.
Listen, the reason why, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm sorry. But the reason why is because he asked me to go get the money because something happened with one of his children. When I went there, of which I was helping them pay bills in that house, when I went there and she let me in, she laid up with another dude. His money wasn't even there. Just from me fussing at her, I didn't tell them to get out. I just start talking smack to her. Where's my son's money? His kids need this money. She in there with another guy. So when I
tell you that part, did she tell you that?
Well, I knew that. It was like we was together, but we was like, you know.
And the money was gone.
You leave money at a woman's house who you don't really have a relationship. You know, we was all
I did it before.
that and the other and that, and she got a man up in there and he got your money. Yeah. It was there. It was in the man's pocket.
That's what I said. And I ended up paying the stuff for his son.
Man, she done wonder. She talking about you and your women. You a sucker for women. You a sucker for women.
Man.
Come on, man. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm not gonna talk about that no more. I promise.
So if you look at the pages.
Me and your secret. Only me and you and a couple million. Nah, he didn't finish his story.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like I just feel like her passion is kind of misdirected. Like
what else? Give me another example.
She had, I don't want to say she had somebody beat up, but it was a situation where I got into it with one of my girls. She called my cousin. My cousin come over and supposed to be calming the situation down and completely just blows it up, end up getting into a fight with this girl, and it was just a whole bunch of drama. But she do this stuff out of love. She always, you know, trying to help. We call her to help, and it's just always...
tough love. So she might have did right sending somebody else over there. You see what happened when she went somewhere.
Yeah, actually.
She cleared the house. So you should accept that as a nice gesture. Okay, instead of mama going over there, she's going to send somebody else over there, because if she goes over there, it ain't going to be nothing nice.
Yeah, true.
She sent the wrong person.
Yeah.
But so, because I got some.
Your Honor, he failed to tell you she spit at me and called me a B. So she better be glad I didn't go over there. These young folks are so disrespectful. I'm from the old school with a switch, punishment, all of that. No, these young people, no, they disrespectful, and then they feel and they're entitled to being disrespectful, like we owe them this and that. And 1 minute, Mom, I need this, I need that. Then the next minute, stay out my business. So don't call me when you need me, and then when you know you're doing wrong, stay out my business. But then, I told you so, Mom. So I stopped. I stopped doing it.
That's a different society we're in, and I haven't adjusted to that either, or evolved to that. I don't even want to try. I don't want to try. My kids talk slick to me. Well, oh no.
Your Honor.
Right. I'm sorry we didn't got off the subject, but what do you want to say?
But how many times did you bond your dog out of jail?
That's my dog. I can do what I want with my.
There you go. What are you
dog.
talking to? Talking about how many times she did. Don't even ask her no question.
Her dog
don't ask her nothing.
Her dog got locked up at least 3 times.
I don't care what happened to that dog. Actually,
like $1,000.
how many times did you do something? 1,000, but you can't do it once.
For a dog.
She did it 1,000 times, and you better not do it once. That's your mother. She can do it all she wants. And you're talking tough to mama. When the last time you did it? I remember when your dog. You done lost your mind.
Judge Mathis will be right back. Are you owed child support but your ex refuses to pay? Call 1-888-VERDICT or visit us online at www.judgemathisTV.com. Defendant Jawan Hawkins is being sued by his mother, who claims Jawan's ex had him falsely arrested for assault after he left her for a Vegas showgirl.
Why do you think you should not have to pay the balance of the bond?
Well, I wasn't knowledgeable. Like, I don't get in trouble like that, so I wasn't knowledgeable. Once they dropped the case, I figured they'll pay her money back. I ain't really know. I wasn't knowledgeable about anything with bondsmen and stuff. That's why I had called her, because I don't know nothing about, anything that got to do with law.
And that's good. I'm glad you don't.
Yeah.
Because that means you haven't had that experience, and you don't run with guys who've had that experience, or women who've had that experience. But that's exactly what happens. Is you have 2 ways of being bonded out of jail, depending on the state or the county. And one is you can post a 10% bond to the court. In the case of using a private bail bondsman, you're not paying the county jail to let you out. You're paying a private businessman.
Okay.
He puts his money up, but you still have to pay me a fee for putting my money up. It's like interest. I loaned you some money
even if the
to
case
get out.
Dropped? Even when the case is dropped?
Yes, it's a fee. Not all of it. You have to pay him that fee for getting you out because he put up his personal money.
Okay.
All right, but the question is, did you agree to pay her back?
I did.
But I just didn't know what you were agreeing to.
No. Once I realized that I still owed, she explained it a little bit to me, and I realized that I still owed. I was already in Florida. It was I moved. So, and then I'm working.
That's another case.
We ain't even about to go
now. Now you got the bounty hunter know where you at.
I gotta take care of myself. So she trying to, I'm trying to take care of myself, feed myself, provide for my,
He is so
and she
funny.
calling me
He's
you got to send money right now. You got to send it. And I'm like,
he was sprung on the kookanoo. Excuse me, Your Honor, he full of crap. This cat, after they dropped it, the Vegas girl had him come back to Vegas, then go to Florida. They went to Mississippi. He had money. If you read your text messages on page 8, 9, 10, 11 and 13, 14, he said, Ma, I'm going to send you the money. I get paid.
Show me one time where he says, I'm going to send you the money. That's enough.
Hold on.
You put me to work. 8, 9,
hold on.
10, 11,
hold on.
12, 13.
Look, I'm down here with nothing, living check to check.
What page is that?
This is on page 8, Your Honor.
All right.
Wait, here it is. Look on page 9. Ma, I'm going to send you some money, Western Union. On page 9.
There you go. All right, so you intended to pay, and you admitted that's an admission that you owe. Congratulations once again. I'm so proud of you. My mother had 4 boys in the projects, and we came back around. One of my brothers never got in trouble, but the other 3 of us did, and we came back around because of the foundation she had built. So, judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
He need to quit being sprung on a kookanoo and get his mind back in action and quit chasing that woman around. He'll be fine. I didn't raise him like that. I did it all.
Love you, Mom.
I love you too.